Spend it on the have-nots. Money, we make it. Before we see it, you take it. Oh, make me wanna holler the way they do my life. Make me wanna holler the way they do my life.
Aiyana Stanley-Jones.
Say her name.
Amber Monroe.
Say her name.
Ashanti Butler.
Say her name.
Sierra Lee.
Say her name.
Darnisha Harris.
Say her name.
Delisha Africa.
Say her name.
Deshonda Sanchez.
Say her name.
Dominique Battle.
Say her name.
Goddess Diamond.
Say her name.
Janiyah McMillan.
Say her name.
Islyn Nettles.
Say her name.
Janisha Fonville.
Say her name.
Jaquarius Holland.
Say her name.
Candace Johnson.
Say her name.
Kendra James.
Say her name.
Keisha Jenkins.
Say her name.
Lanaya Miller.
Say her name.
London Chanel.
Say her name.
Netta Africa.
Say her name.
Tiffany Gooden.
Say her name.
Tomasa Africa.
Say her name.
Taisha Miller.
Say her name.
Eunice Glenay Nisi Fennel.
Say her name.
Abdul Arian.
Say his name.
Alexandra Nance.
Say his name.
Angelo Miller.
Say his name.
Asa James Dolak.
Say his name.
Beverly Lee.
Say his name.
Cameron Tillman.
Say his name.
Chavis Carter.
Say his name.
Christopher Allen Taylor.
Say his name.
Clavante Reynolds.
Say his name.
Danny Withers.
Say his name.
Danroy Henry.
Say his name.
David Jordan.
Say his name.
Deontay Terrell Farrow.
Say his name.
Dion Flood.
Say his name.
Dylan McGee.
Say his name.
Dominique Smith.
Say his name.
Irvin Jefferson.
Say his name.
Ezeal Jackson.
Say his name.
Jihad Phillips.
Say his name.
Jamar Hassel.
Say his name.
James Brissett.
Say his name.
James Davis.
Say his name.
James Renee White Jr.
Say his name.
Jamirin Points.
Say his name.
Jeffrey Holden.
Say his name.
Jeremy Reed.
Say his name.
Jerome Williams.
Say his name.
Joel Lee Johnson.
Say his name.
Joey Carl.
Say his name.
Jordan Davis.
Say his name.
Jordan Edwards.
Say his name.
Joseph Kane.
Say his name.
Michael Brown Jr.
Say his name.
Khalif Browder.
Say his name.
Kendrick McDade.
Say his name.
Kenneth Harding.
Say his name.
Kamani Gray.
Say his name.
Kawani Carrington.
Say his name.
Laquan McDonald.
Say his name.
Levi Weaver.
Say his name.
Naquan Johnson.
Say his name.
Patrick Johnson.
Say his name.
Kushan Whitten.
Say his name.
Raheem Brown.
Say his name.
Ramarley Graham.
Say his name.
Rashid Cherry.
Say his name.
Reynaldo Cuevas.
Say his name.
Robert Thomas.
Say his name.
Roshad McIntosh.
Say his name.
Tahir Adams.
Say his name.
Tamir Rice.
Say his name.
Timothy Stansberry.
Say his name.
Timothy Thomas.
Say his name.
Tony Lewis Francis Jr.
Say his name.
Tony Robinson.
Say his name.
Travion John Avila.
Say his name.
Trayvon Martin.
Say his name.
Trayvon Cole.
Say his name.
Tyler Damon Woods.
Say his name.
Tyrell Tarnoris Gay.
Say his name.
Victor Sheen.
Say his name.
Von Derritt Myers Jr.
Say his name.
Wendell Allen.
Say his name.
This ain't living, this ain't living. No, no, baby. This ain't living. No, 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 no. Inflation. No chance to increase finance.
Adacia Miller,
Say her name.
Alberta Sproul,
Say her name.
Alicia Thomas,
Say her name.
Alexia Christian,
Say her name.
Alicia McCullough,
Say her name.
Alma Shaw,
Say her name.
Alfonso Watson,
Say her name.
Andrina Kitt,
Say her name.
Anita Gay,
Say her name.
Anaya Parker,
Say her name.
Anna Brown,
Say her name.
Ashley Michelle Sherman,
Say her name.
Ashley Sinclair,
Say her name.
Audrey Marshall,
Say her name.
Aura Rosser,
Say her name.
Autumn Mae Steele,
Say her name.
Brandy Bledsoe,
Say her name.
Brandy Martell,
Say her name.
Brianna Gizzy Fowl,
Say her name.
Brenda Gaines,
Say her name.
Brenda Williams,
Say her name.
Brittany Nicole Kidd Sturgis,
Say her name.
Carolyn Sissy Adams,
Say her name.
Carolyn Sue Bodicher,
Say her name.
Cernia Cece Dove.
Say her name.
Charmaine Pickering.
Say her name.
Cheryl Burton.
Say her name.
Shawnice Patterson.
Say her name.
China Gibson.
Say her name.
Sierra McElveen.
Say her name.
Cora Jones.
Say her name.
Crane Cornaway.
Say her name.
Crystal Edmonds.
Say her name.
Donetta Daniels.
Say her name.
Darnisha Harris.
Say her name.
Deborah Danner.
Say her name.
Dee Dee Pearson.
Say her name.
Dee Wiggum.
Say her name.
Daniqua Dodds.
Say her name.
Della McDuffie.
Say her name.
Dolores Epps.
Say her name.
Denise Gay.
Say her name.
Denise Hawkins.
Say her name.
Deani Jones.
Say her name.
Daranisha Clay,
Say her name.
Brenda Faye Cooper,
Say her name.
Desiree Whitman,
Say her name.
Dominique Newburn,
Say her name.
Eleanor Bumpers,
Say her name.
Alicia Walker,
Say her name.
Elosie Spellman,
Say her name.
Emily Mary Delafield,
Say her name.
Erica Collins,
Say her name.
Eula Love,
Say her name.
Erica Morgan,
Say her name.
Frankie Ann Perkins,
Say her name.
Gabriela Navarez,
Say her name.
Heather Parker,
Say her name.
Helen Adams,
Say her name.
India Clark,
Say her name.
India Monroe,
Say her name.
Akeisha Middleton,
Say her name.
Jacqueline Nicholson,
Say her name.
Jacqueline Robinson Culp,
Say her name.
Jazz Alford,
Say her name.
Jimmy Ruth Ratliff,
Say her name.
JoJo Stryker,
Say her name.
Joyce Kwawe,
Say her name.
Candace Capri,
Say her name.
Karen Day Jackson,
Say her name.
Karen Jinks,
Say her name.
Catherine Johnston,
Say her name.
Kayla Moore,
Say her name.
Kiki Collier,
Say her name.
Kelly Young,
Say her name.
Kendall Hampton,
Say her name.
Keisha Williams,
Say her name.
Kiana Blakeney,
Say her name.
Keisha Blige,
Say her name.
Kiana Nicole Blakey,
Say her name.
Kim Groves,
Say her name.
Corinne Gaines,
Say her name.
Kayam Livingston,
Say her name.
Lamia Beard,
Say her name.
LaPortia Watson,
Say her name.
Latanya Haggerty,
Say her name.
Latoya Greer,
Say her name.
Latrika Sloan,
Say her name.
Laura Nelson,
Say her name.
Lavetta Jackson,
Say her name.
Letha Adams,
Say her name.
Lily Dell Power,
Say her name.
Michaela Ross,
Say her name.
Melissa Williams,
Say her name.
Marcal Camaro Tai,
Say her name.
Marcella Bird,
Say her name.
Margaret Laverne Mitchell,
Say her name.
Marie Fairs,
Say her name.
Martina Brown,
Say her name.
Mary Mitchell,
Say her name.
Maddie DeBar-Debelin,
Say her name.
Megan Hockaday,
Say her name.
Mercedes Successful,
Say her name.
Misha Caldwell,
Say her name.
Mia Henderson,
Say her name.
Michelle Cuso,
Say her name.
Miriam Carey,
Say her name.
Monique Janae Deckard,
Say her name.
Maya Hall,
Say her name.
Natasha McKenna,
Say her name.
Nyria Johnson,
Say her name.
Nuna LaRoche,
Say her name.
Paige Clay,
Say her name.
Pamela Frowner,
Say her name.
Patricia Thompson,
Say her name.
Pearlie Golden,
Say her name.
Penny Proud,
Say her name.
Courtney Devia Dawson Yoakum,
Say her name.
Quania Tykia Shelton,
Say her name.
Raylan Thomas,
Say her name.
Rakina Jones,
Say her name.
Rebecca Miller.
Say her name.
Reese Walker.
Say her name.
Rakia Boyd.
Say her name.
Rhonda Africa.
Say her name.
Robin T. Williams.
Say her name.
Roseanne Miller.
Say her name.
Sandra Bland.
Say her name.
Shantae Thompson.
Say her name.
Chantel Davis.
Say her name.
Charmel Edwards.
Say her name.
Sharon McDowell.
Say her name.
Shelley Amos.
Say her name.
Shelley Frey.
Say her name.
Shaniqua Proctor.
Say her name.
Sharice Francis.
Say her name.
Shalina S. Weldon.
Say her name.
Sanji Taylor.
Say her name.
Sophia King.
Say her name.
Stephanie Lejeune.
Say her name.
Summer Marie Lane.
Say her name.
T.T. Safor.
Say her name.
Tanisha Anderson.
Say her name.
Tarika Wilson.
Say her name.
Teresa Henderson.
Say her name.
Tiffany Edwards.
Say her name.
Ty Underwood.
Say her name.
Taisha Miller.
Say her name.
Tyrell Jackson.
Say her name.
Venus Renee Bayard.
Say her name.
Vernice Woodard.
Say her name.
Veronica Banks Cano.
Say her name.
Veronica Harding Perkins.
Say her name.
Vionique Valnord.
Say her name.
Virginia Verdi.
Say her name.
Yasmin Chances.
Say her name.
Yasmin Vash Payne.
Say her name.
Yolanda Thomas.
Say her name.
Yvette Henderson.
Say her name.
Yvette Smith.
Say her name.
Yvonne McNeil.
Say her name.
Zella Zayana.
Say her name.
Blood on the leaves and blood at the root. Black bodies swinging in the southern breeze. Strange fruit hanging from the poplar trees. Pastoral scene of the gallant South, the bulging eyes and the twisted mouth, scent of magnolia, sweet and fresh. Then the sudden smell of burning flesh. Here is a fruit for the crows to pluck, for the rain to gather, for the wind to suck, for the sun to rock, for the tree to drop. Here is a strange and bitter